What's up, y'all? Got this Saudi Cup coming up tomorrow, $20 million over in Riyadh. So I wanted to go ahead and drop this video real quick on this one. It's supposed to be jumping off, I think it's around 12:30 Eastern Time. Double check to make sure on that, though. But I got some big ones running in this one, so I wanted to get a video out on this. Here we got the number one, 16 horses, by the way, so I'm going to try to be quick with all of them. Number one, we got Aero Trim, a horseman racing out of Uruguay. Lyle Wagner looks like his jockey has been successful. He's ridden the horse several times, coming off a few wins, 2 wins in his a couple out. Last one was sponsored by Longings, Grand Perino. Decent looking horse, I guess you could say, considering, they sent him to Saudi Arabia for a reason. It's not like he's a local horse they just threw out here. They have him at 30 to 1 odds. I kind of like those odds for this horse. Big odds like that. Horse hits the board. As long as you got him in the right place, you could be doing all right. Number 2, Art Collector, another horse I've liked over the years. I think this horse's breeding is just great. Bernardini is his sire. His grandfathers are AP Indy, thus, and Distorted Humor. So great breeding out of this horse. I'm sure everything going well that he'll be priced top dollar, but he needs to get a little bit more on his resume to move that up. So this is a great chance if he could come out here and add the Saudi Cup to his resume. He's got a shot, probably going to be riding near the front. I don't think it's going to be too hot of a pace. But Luis Saez is riding him. I expect him to probably get the lead in this one. They got him at 8 to 1. That's decent odds. He's going to have his work cut out for him, though. It's going to be a pretty competitive field, I think. He got that win in the Woodward last year, but in the Breeders' Cup Classic, when he was facing some real tough horses, Knicks Go, Loser Quality, Central Quality, Hot Rod Charlie, all the others, Medina Spirit. And he ran 6th against that. So that kind of shows where Art Collector is. Number 3, we got Country Grammar. Horse has been around for a little bit, 5-year-old. They got Flavian Pratt on him now. Baffert's training him. He's a tonalist horse. I guess you could say he's a contender. I got him probably stalking the pace in this one, coming off a win in the Hollywood Gold Cup. They've been bouncing around jockeys here and there, but the horse has shown that he can be competitive as of late. Number 4, we got Emblem Road. This one's a Quality Road horse. Good breeding on this one once again. Quality Road. Bernardini is his grandfather. Ramesh Wigbert. Yes. Ramos. Is his jockey. Horse is coming off a couple of wins, actually 3 wins straight. Nothing too impressive, though. Slow times in those races. He's going to have to step it up, I think, in order for him to do something. Been running Saudi Arabia, didn't really do too much, but definitely going to have to do much more. And this one, didn't run mile and 138. That's not going to cut it. The number 5, Magni Coors, Medaglia d'Oro horse. This Mikhail Barcelona riding him. They got him at 20 to 1. By the way, on that Emblem Road, 40 to 1 morning odds. It's going to be big on a lot of these horses, most likely. This horse here, let's see, coming off a 3rd. Ran a couple of miles. It hasn't done much recently. That's the thing I'm looking at this one. Ran in France a lot, mostly on turf. They're bringing him over to the dirt. Not expecting too much out of this horse here, honestly. Unless he just happens to take to the dirt. He's got AP Indy in the background, Medaglia d'Oro. Maybe he'll like it. Maybe if you were looking for a long shot. But I probably will be leaving that one alone. Number 6, we got Making Miracles. Another horse come running in Saudi Arabia, local horse. Once again, got some wins, 3 wins in a row. Likes the distance, going 1.25 miles, mile and a half. However, mostly run slow times in Saudi Arabia. So once again, another one's going to have to step it up. against this competition, they got him 40-1 in the morning odds as well. Now, no, the favorite at 5-2, which is a weak favorite, number 7, Mandaloun. Yeah, he's not a runaway favorite. You got to say he's probably the best. By the way, he was awarded the winner of the Kentucky Derby last year by disqualification of Medina Spirit. So they're going to go ahead and move his name up, put him up at Churchill Downs. So we have another questionable name up there with Country House in the past few years. It's just sad that you got to do stuff like putting up horses that weren't the first horse that finished in the race. But anyway, without getting in on that too much, Mandaloun out here also having gotten placed first in the Haskell, which he was beat by Hot Rod Charlie, but there was problems in that race. Hot Rod Charlie was moved down. He came out, did get a win his last race in the Louisiana. So Florent Giroux still riding him. Got a win over Midnight Bourbon again, who's going to the 8 horse. He's riding next to his old buddy there again. He's the favorite for a good reason. Is he unbeatable? No. Number 8, Midnight Bourbon. They switched him up recently to Joel Rosario instead of Santana. So Rosario's rode him a couple times, third into Clark, second against Mandaloun in that Louisiana. Still looking for a breakout race from Midnight Bourbon. I still think they need to take this horse down to being a miler, but they don't agree. Probably going to run near the front of the pace, but like I said, I don't think the pace is going to be that fast. So Midnight Bourbon, once again, a competitor. Will you have enough to beat Mandaloun and maybe some of these others this time? We'll see. Number 9, Mischief. Won the race last year. He's been racing on turf pretty much since then. David E. Egan's riding him. They got him at 9-2. I don't know how good his chances are going to be to repeat. I kind of think he's not necessarily the best horse in this one, but he's back. He's familiar with the track. Of course, maybe he'll be able to pull something off. Number 10, we got Real World. This horse racing mostly on the turf, coming out of France and UAE. Coming off of 5 wins in a row, mostly on the turf, however. Decent times out of this horse, so maybe he'll be competitive if he translates well over to the dirt. Not sure, though. That's the question mark with him. LaFranco Dettori's riding him, experienced jockey. He's been around, so we'll see. We will see. Number 11, Sealaway. Ryan Moore, another experienced jockey riding this one. They got him at 20-1 as well as Real World 20-1. Another horse been riding in France, a lot on the turf. Don't really like the times on this one, a lot of long distance. Don't really like him, what can I say? Number 12, Secret Ambition. This one, I do kind of like the horse. I just think he's kind of outmatched. Raced in Dubai. Ran a bunch of miles. Got a decent time a couple races ago. Think he's kind of outmatched, though. 13. T.O. Keynes. Kind of like this one, too. Japanese horse. They got him at 10-1. Once again, I kind of think he's outmatched as well. At least they got a jockey on him that's this Matsuyama's ridden him a couple times, got some wins on him. If you're looking, he's not that long, though. 10-1. Maybe he's a little longer. I might like him a little bit more, but 10-1 on that one. I think he might be a contender, though. The horse does run in well. Number 14, this Manchi. I can't read my handwriting a lot of times. Manchi Lorraine. Christophe Millions riding him. Another experienced jockey. However, has never ridden him before. 20-1 on this one. This horse won the Breeders' Cup Distaff. A decent time, so the horse is a contender, I think, definitely. However, lots of jockey changes on this horse. Don't know if be able to get that kind of performance out of this horse again. Just not sure about that. I think that's kind of a gamble. If the odds go up, if you're looking for a long shot, maybe this one's playable. Number 15, Great Scott. They don't have a jockey listed for him in the racing form. I don't think too much of this horse or the next one, Al Khatib, the 16. Both of them racing out of Saudi Arabia. They may be scratched by now. I'm not sure. Didn't get a chance to check. But I'm scratching them pretty much anyway. I don't expect these horses to hit the board or do anything. Great Scott or Al Khatib. Great Scott, slow times and still not getting it done. Miles in 139 and 40 and 140. This Al Khatib. Same thing. Running longer races, mile and a quarter, a couple times a mile and a half, way off that pace in a mile and a quarter, 205, 18 lengths off the leader, mile and 207, or sorry, mile and a quarter, 207 was his last win. That's just not going to get it done in this kind of race, in my opinion. So at any rate, the pace, like I said, will probably be pretty modest. I'm expecting we're going to have Art Collector on the lead. I think we're probably going to have Midnight Bourbon right behind him, and we're probably going to have a Country Grammar right in off of that. Tough to handicap these other horses because they don't give us detailed information as far as the pace information and these past performances I had. But I didn't get any inclination that any of these are speed demons out there. So I'm giving the lead to Art Collector. Think he will control the pace. However, I do think he's going to be a bit outclassed in this one. I think Midnight Bourbon will come past him, as well as Mandaloun. Maybe even Country Grammar might come past him. We'll give him a run for his money. I do have the favorite Mandaloun coming away with a tight victory, because I do think this number one horse, this Arrow Trim, will give him a run for his money. Mandaloun hasn't really put anybody away that I've seen in a long time. However, he is always competitive. He's a big horse, but being this is a mile and an eighth, he's a bit more accustomed to this distance than this Arrow Trim horse, or else I might have Arrow Trim getting the victory. But I have Mandaloun first. I've got Arrow Trim running second. I've got Midnight Bourbon. I think it will give him a run for it, but I think he'll hang in there. Joe Rosario keep him in there for third. And I'm going with the number 9 Mischief, David Egan. Just off of familiarity, I think he'll give it a go. But I got him running fourth. So that's it for this one. Mandaloun first. I've got winning the Saudi Cup to try to legitimize that Kentucky Derby win he was just awarded in his resume, as well as the Haskell victory he's got. And he really doesn't have a big victory if you want to talk about it, even though he's awarded a couple. So he needs something to solidify his name, and I do think he's a good horse. So I think Mandaloun will get that done. They'll get the win there. Like I said, number 7, number 1, I got this long shot here. Arrow Trim running second. Third, like I said, Midnight Bourbon. And fourth, Mischief. I'm definitely going to like that exact, because if that does come in, that would be pretty nice. Other than that, I don't know. Short money. I don't like to tell anybody how to bet, because, that's a whole different... You could do an hour-long video just on how to bet any one race, and a lot of people will agree or disagree. But that's kind of what I'm liking. I kind of like that exact because of the payout. Mandaloun, though, I do think is most likely going to be the winner. I may do a little something on that long shot in a win slot or something, just because it may be worth the risk. However, I do think Mandaloun comes away with this victory, so I won't go too heavy on that. So leave me your comments in the comment section. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people didn't get to look at this race, handicap it. I found the past performances was Brisnet. I think it was Brisnet or Equipace. Oh wow, I'd have to go back and look it up, because I had to. You had to go or it might have been the Daily Racing Form Time Form. I think you had to go to the Daily Racing Form Time Form US. That's what it was. Go to the Time Form US, and it's one thing that just says Saudi Cup Day. So, tough to find the past performances, but at any rate, for those of you that found it, let me know what you think, like I said. We'll see what happens in this one.